Hello everyone, this is Shinchi from Expert RA. In today's 5 minutes flex, we are going to talk about how you can create programming skinning for your flex application. When we talk about skinning a flex application, what we mean is that we can create a customized graphics to the original components. For example, for a button components, you can apply new skins to it so that it will be a different style, a different theme. And there's a few ways that we can do skinning in Flex. One way is to have a graphic whereby you can create it in Photoshop or in Fireworks. Another way is of course to actually use the graphics classes to actually draw out the relevant graphics that we need for the skin. In this project, I have created a demo for the .mxml and I have created a skin called Chat Bubble. And what does this do? At the end of this demo, you will see that we will compile this and we will have a skin whereby it is a chat bubble. And for this chat bubble, let's take a look at this canvas where we have set the style name to the chat bubble style that we have created. And for programmatic skinning, we can set the width and the height. And you can see that according to the width and the height that we have created, it will draw out the skin programmatically. Alright, as you can see right now, this is our application class. We have a chat bubble style, border skin equals to class reference. Okay, this means that we are using a programmatic skin. Inside, this is a string to the class itself, com.expertria.skin.chatBubble. And for our canvas, we will set the style name to chat bubble. Let's take a look at the chat bubble. So if you look at the chat bubble class right now, it is actually a class that has extends a rectangular border, okay, which is in the package mx.skin. And what we will do is that we will override one method called the update display list. The update display list is the main method to draw the class. So the first thing that we do is to call the superclass method, clear away the graphics. So let us scroll down and take a look at the main code that we are drawing the chat bubble. One thing to note is that if you are drawing a rectangular border, there is always this method called this.graphics draw circle, draw rectangle, draw round rectangle, and draw round rectangle complex. Okay, but in this case, we are drawing a customized chat bubble, so we need more codes to actually draw out the shape of the bubble. So what we have right now is that, first of all, there's two things that we want to achieve for this bubble. One thing is that we want the color of the chat bubble to actually go from a lighter tone to a darker tone. And the second thing is that it is of a customized shape. So how do we do it? First of all, let us create a matrix. This matrix is used to create a gradient box, which is the size of the unscaled width and the unscaled height. And after that, we have a max.pi divided by 2, which means that the color is going from up to down. If you didn't do that, it will go from left to right. And after that, we'll have a line style. So this line style is actually the border of the box. And after that, we will have this .gradient.begin gradient fill, so that we can have a gradient for the color fill. If you do not want a gradient fill, then you'll be using this .graphics.begin fill, and you will have a one solid color instead of a gradient color. So this is basically how programmatic skinning is being done. To look into more details, let us get back to demo 4, and you realize that if I want this skin to be reused, I want to be able to add a few things. One thing is that I must be able to decide what color that I want for my chat bubble. Right now it is using the default color, which is gray and it's very ugly. Alright, and there's a few more things like how we can manage its states. For example, the up state, down state, over state, and disable state. Alright, there's actually several things that we need to do before we can say that this skin is good to go. First of all, let us start by having a background color, which I want it to be red color. So FF0000. So right now I have said the background color is equals to FF0000. And if you take a look at the codes again, we can actually get the value back. We create a color uint, and we have a background color, and we get the style, which is the background color. And after that, we can cast this to a number, and now we know the color that we want for the background, and we can pass this to the begin gradient field to put in the color. So once we have this code right there, let us run this. It will be red color. So this is a canvas. Okay, a canvas uses border skin for its skinning. So what about buttons? Can we have a chat bubble for a button? The answer is yes. So let's have a button with a label equals to hello world, and we make it a bit lower, and have the style name is equals to chat bubble. Alright, if you run this now, you will realize that this button actually retains the default skin. So to change it, first of all, we have to know that a button uses a different CSS compared to a canvas. So we need to have up skin, which means the state of the button when the mouse is not over the button. You need to have an over skin, and we need to have a down skin. So I'll run this code again, and you see the button has become a chat bubble. Okay, and the next and the last question is, right now this button is very boring because if I roll over it, nothing happens. I don't even know that this button is clickable. So we're going to make sure that something actually changes. Okay, maybe the color will change where our mouse is actually over this button. So over here, okay, there's this switch statement that we can actually check what type of skin we are looking at. So let's put a case, and if we have up skin, okay, we won't do anything about it because this is the original skin. And let's have a case called down skin. Let's have a case called over skin, so that we will know so that we will react to it when the mouse is over the button. And we will have, for example, color util dot adjust the brightness of the color, and maybe by -20. So when the mouse over, it will become dimmer. Run this again, and the mouse over, it become dimmer, and when the mouse is out, and it become brighter. And of course we can do the same for the text, alright, which is the same procedure. I hope that you liked today's 5 minutes flex, and now that you have a more clear understanding of how programming skinning work, I hope that you can do that yourself and try it out. It will be very fun. See you next time.